This week's episode was brought to you by our Patreons. If you like the show and you'd like to support us for just $5 a month, you can get all your shows early each week. But that's not all. You'll get one free bonus extra gourmet handcrafted episode each month just for subscribers. So buckle up, this is a big one. Your typical hosts, Luke and Andrew, are joined by the illustrious Rona The Time Witch, headmaster of the Sleepy Forest Academy of Magic. So if you're an aspiring witch or wizard, make sure to get his website a look. We've got links down below. He's got classes and articles on the esoteric and a fledgling community to get involved in. So keep your hands and feet inside the cabinet at all times, people. We're discussing everything from aliens to Epstein. Enjoy the show.
All time of original content. Sound chicken.
Sound chicken. Oh man, that's so far away.
Sound chicken?
Sound chicken.
Check. It just eventually became sound chicken.
What the fuck?
Like, you know how in One Piece they use snails to communicate?
No. I watch good anime. I'll say it. I can say it.
Check. Well, that was loud enough.
I have to burp real loud to get on the board.
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but it's not the best setup we have, but it's fine.
No, I'll just yell in Rona's ear.
Well, I'll just get real close here and act like a barbershop triad. There's supposed to be barbershop quartets.
yeah.
Tri-tet. Which is...
Brandon would know what it is.
It's a trio.
Yeah, it's a trio. But is it... Yeah, whatever.
We're a barbershop trio because a quartet is 4.
You would think that if you shoot a laser into a bush, whatever was in the bush
That's
would
not
come
enough
out.
people to do barbershop.
I'm probably going to call this episode, It Is Happening.
Is
2019.
Is it happening?
2020.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Oh, yeah, so...
We're talking about the big picture.
The world's going to shit and only a few people want to stop it.
Do we want to start it over because we did sound chicken just now?
Nah, just use it.
This is quality content.
This is the juice?
This is the raw content.
This is the Kool-Aid we're serving?
This is what
you're the
you
one
want
who's
to...
editing, dude. So,
look,
it's up to you.
This is what you want to start on. We're all just already having a conversation, and I'm...
Yeah, you can edit this part out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Whole Rabbit,
Can't give him the secret formula.
where we don't just teach the rabbit how to use a few psychic powers like bending the images on a television or shattering wine glasses. No, we teach it to choke out our strategic geopolitical enemies using mind-melting psychic attacks and enhance its power to the point of it detonating itself and causing a third world war and ultimately the creation of a new species. I don't know, that was kind of over the top.
That was good.
It's always over the top.
Somebody's
Yeah,
going to
you're
take
always
that
over the
seriously,
top, dude.
and it's
Yeah.
going to go real. It's going to go real.
I don't know, what the hell are we talking
So
about
are we
today?
talking about psychic powers? Because I'm confused now.
We're talking about this Area 51 and conspiracy and everything. This is it. It's happening.
It's happening.
This is what Akira talked about.
Okay, so
Yeah, we did an episode.
conspiracy... Freaking... It can't be called conspiracy anymore because we all know something's going on. Now they're investigators. Conspiracy investigators. Let's call them that.
Is that what we are?
I guess so. I guess you could classify us as conspiracy investigators.
Not all of us.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. Why are we doing this episode? What is it about?
And what am I here for?
We're talking about Epstein, right?
We are talking about Epstein, but we want to. We're a conspiracy podcast, so we don't want to just give you the facts.
We gotta give you the mumbo jumbo.
We want to give you the mumbo jumbo as well. We want to talk about what has happened in 2019, what makes this year special, and what's changing. Because I've run into plenty of people at the bar or driving Uber, and they don't know what's going on. They just don't know. Like 2019, it's like everyone's getting red pilled, basically. Everyone's learning the truth about everything. So where do we start?
Or you're just a fucking clown in clown world.
Well, let's loop everyone in at once because everyone knows what Raid Area 51 is.
Well, how about we start with Clown World, because that relates. What is Clown World, Andrew?
Dude, clown world's this meme that, like, people just decided to stop, like, trying to fight all the nonsense and just laugh at it.
You mean like, okay, so a bunch of people have basically been like...
Which I've been doing since the start of it, so it's always been Clown World since 2016 for me.
Like giving in to cynicism, basically.
Yeah, and Schadenfreude and freaking all sorts of just watching the dumpster fire burn. You know, that's basically what the Clown World meme is watching it burn and laughing.
the mainstream media associates that with the alt-right. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because the clown world meme is like it's a different type of Pepe. And Pepe's this frog that like
It's a modified Pepe.
Yeah. Apparently Hillary Clinton has like some sort of grudge against. Like
I don't know. I think
she's not some racist bag from like the South or something.
I think you're like already 1 or 2 points deep into an argument with yourself, man. I didn't say anything about Hillary Clinton, but isn't
No, I was explaining like, you know, Pepe's been named by politicians as like their enemy. It's really weird.
He's like a hate symbol, right?
No, he's like a little cartoon frog to represent smugness.
Well, the first time I ever used Pepe, I was just sending it to a girl just to be funny. It didn't have any, racial connotations.
I don't think I've ever used Pepe in anything ever.
This was like a long time ago, like back in the days of yore of like 2014.
And then like
15 maybe.
Some sleuths found out that like it was mixed with like the Korean LOL, which is Kek. And then somebody found out that Kek is a ancient Egyptian god, so it's like this weird god about number crunching that like now exists on the internet.
I thought Kek was a god of chaos and
it was about random number generation, and it was like a transsexual deity.
I thought Kek was what happened when you mistyped lol.
No, it was the Korean lol. Like they Kek, they don't lol.
Okay, this I can confirm because I played StarCraft in like 1999, and that's how people laughed.
So this is like old school internet shit, right? That's like reemerged, but like
this is like you got pwned. It's like that old.
And then people just made like one where you put a little clown nose on him and put a freaking rainbow wig, and they were just making fun of like these ridiculous people who wear rainbow everything and like, make fools of themselves thinking they're changing politics or something.
Huh?
And then the
other
fools.
Me. What? Okay.
I don't know. It's
okay.
It's about how fucked the world is.
Okay,
that's
so
what the clown meme is about. The clown world meme.
This is why we bring it up.
It's just a fucking clown frog.
Let's just pretend our audience knows who Pepe is. Okay? If they don't know who Pepe is, I'm sorry. It's a meme and it's a green frog, and the alt-right sort of just ran with it at some point. It's not uncommon on 4chan to see Pepe like in full Nazi regalia, But
that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but it it is humor to Nazis, even if it's funny to non-Nazis as well.
But that's making fun of Nazis. Like, how would they like that?
Not all of it. Don't be some weird apologist for these people. There's some fucking psychos on 4chan.
I don't know.
They unironically do
the
psycho shit.
I don't go on 4chan. I get radicalized. I radicalize my YouTube. I don't get radicalized by YouTube.
Dude, if you should be able to go on 4chan and not get radicalized. If you don't go on 4chan because you're afraid of getting radicalized, then
no, I don't go
you're
on
working
4chan
against your own argument.
Because I'm not interested in going on 4chan.
Dude, this is where I got a lot of the leaks. So here's my point. Man, we're really going on about this. Clown World. What is Clown World? It's a modification of the Pepe meme where Pepe has a clown nose and rainbow hair, and instead of trying to fight for traditionalist values or to fight for the general welfare or the general good, you just are like, screw it. I'm just going to
honk.
I'm just going to join the craziness. Okay?
So ridiculous. I'm going to be a clown.
So Clown World and the Honkler meme really broke in 2019. Like it broke onto the 2019 meme sphere, and it has just been embedded there ever since. Now, 4chan sort of like rebelled against it. There's a lot of people that said it was a forced meme. Frankly, I just think Nazis hate rainbows, but it's hard to know. Now, I'm willing to concede that the Pepe Clown World meme is either part of a psyop or legit. We were like totally correct on our Akira prophecy episode because
I saw this in 2017, man.
But there was just weird clowns in 2017. It wasn't like the thing. It wasn't Clown World. It didn't have a political bent to it yet, but now it does. Anyway, we got the Joker movie coming out. We got the It movie coming out. We got
It
2.
Oh, on the 6th. That's right.
Star Wars, that's some pretty clown world shit.
Thanks, Andrew. This is the world liberals want. I get it. You're such a proud boy, Andrew. Jesus Christ.
I'm not a proud boy. I'm not proud of shit. You know who are a bunch of proud boys? Those people marching in that pride parade. Pretty sure they're very proud.
That's exactly what a proud boy would say.
Right? Right?
You're dumb.
Oh, speaking of marching in pride parades, what about that straight pride?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that not the most clown world bullshit of
Okay,
them all?
that's some clown world shit right there. Did you see the straight pride flag?
Oh, yeah, that shit was great. Rona.
Does it exist? I've
Yeah,
never seen
let's pull it up real quick. We got to show Rona right now.
Well, yes, actually, I have seen that one. The blue and the pink and the... Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, dude. This was an event made big because people came and protested.
This is horrible.
It was the funniest shit in the world. It's like, we're just trying to join in on the fun.
Oh, wait, hold on. Look at the first response. Clown.
Oh my god, it is a clown. It's a
Yeah,
clown.
they had a clown and a Pepe hold up a thing for Milo Yiannopoulos.
That's the very first image result.
Seriously, one of the gayest people since fucking Elton John and Liberace.
Hey, good catch, Rona. I didn't notice that.
That's
yeah,
what I'm here for.
The first result is a clown holding up the make normal normalcy again, which is the meme is of course then referring to Clown World. So he's actually fighting against the Clown World as a clown.
No, not only,
Oh god, the memes are getting
not only
deep.
is he dressed like a clown, he actually has green makeup, so he's supposed to be a Pepe clown.
The whole point we're bringing this up is just to basically say Akira told us this would happen.
Now we're in like midpoint, right?
They symbolized it in the movie as these red pills fighting the clowns. You know, because there seems to be a rampant clown gang thing going on in Akira.
I told you. Akira predicted the state of the internet 2019, and I'm amazed at how close and accurate this is, and so I just can't wait for the end where we get disclosure.
Okay, so that's the big theory we're working with here.
Right now we're in the middle where we're being exposed to the government corruption and all the fucking shadow operations.
And that's why this episode's probably going to be called It's Happening 2019 or maybe 2020.
Or
that sounds
Akira
better.
Part 2, fucking the Epstein conspiracy.
Okay, so what does this all have to do with Akira and
What does it all have to do with Akira and Nevermind?
what does it all have to do with Akira? Nevermind. Well, here's the deal. I don't know, but when you first watched Akira, did it ever occur to you that it would be nonfiction? It didn't occur to me.
You know what? It never really did, because like when I saw it, that's like was my first exposure to Japanese animation.
I hadn't even seen Akira.
Like I hadn't even heard of Pokemon yet, and I was born in the 90s, like 1990. Like it was just like, oh, Akira, Guyver, Tank Police, cool shit like that, right? So I just remember it being like some cool anime, and it was really disturbing. You know, I just remember it looking so cute, and
a lot of screaming.
a lot of screaming, a lot of it. But like it's pretty great because it starts off with an explosion, ends with an explosion. There's just these big ass booms caused by Akira. Oh, dude, I remember when I was a kid, it all looked cool, but it was all just really, really disturbing. So that's what I thought Japanese animation was for the longest time, just really weird, disturbing stuff.
I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't really into anime, so I didn't really appreciate how the characters were drawn. That old school, like, round-faced kind of...
Oh, yeah, because Akira isn't like any other anime. Akira had, like, elements of, like, Western drawing. It had its own, like, art style that was developed for the background.
Well, to be fair,
for
we
the
did
city
drop
shots.
2 bombs on them and then literally reculturize their entire being, so yeah.
But this movie has never, like, what has been done with it has never been recreated because, like, it was, like, a unique production. Just like that weird Polar Express movie that had, like, this weird CGI that no one ever used before or since because it looked creepy. It looked so creepy. Oh my god, why did it look so
hold
creepy?
on. If we're talking about creepy animation, can we talk about
just real
Bug's
quick,
Life for a minute?
just real quick.
Can you talk about what?
Oh,
just-
Bug's Life. That was scary.
Yeah, just real quick. What's this about Bug's Life?
Oh,
Yeah, what's this about Bug's
you were
Life?
just going on this tangent about creepy animation and how people don't use the same animation again, and then it's like Polar Express was creepy. I'm like, yeah, Bug's Life was creepier for a whole nother reason, though.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I like the caterpillar.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Anyway, so like Akira was like amazing with the animation.
Well, hold on.
And unique.
Because Akira was running. Look at the date for Akira was running. Because also, Ghost in the Shell had the same animation style. Not as deep, but it did have the same amount of work and effort put into every frame.
Yeah, Ghost in a Shell looks sexy.
But the characters in
That's a
Akira
classic.
were animated more like they did for Astro Boy.
I'm not familiar with Astro Boy, but they seem realistic. The way people move in Akira seems convincing and real. It's not like exaggerated.
Yeah.
But what does it have to do with conspiracy?
Okay, well, what's happening in the movie? There's mass unrest. There's civil unrest. Everyone's fighting in the street. There's a bunch of, well, it's like almost a religious cult is in the street, like calling for Akira to come.
Yeah, some people are convinced that Akira is like gonna return like Jesus and level the city again, and like they're saying that like all technology is bad, wink wink, and then like
Okay, so let's start there, Andrew. Rona. By the way, we should have introduced Rona. Rona the Time Witch is with us today.
Hello.
God.
well
fucking
see, you know,
horrible
he
this.
just appeared now, you
I do
know,
that.
but he's been here like the entire time, but he's just appeared now.
He was a disembodied voice, so he had to make room for him on the couch just now.
Yeah.
He materialized. By the way, he has a school of magic.
Yeah, why don't you plug that?
Yeah, how do you get there, Rona?
With an internet link. Yeah, that's the one. Or you could go to the Instagram or use...
Link in the description.
Link in the description.
Look the fuck below.
Sleepy Forest Academy. If you want to learn magic, this is the best teacher. He can explain the craziest shit in plain English and kind of make it funny too.
Oh, dude, we're not gonna get Juice and Lube on this show ever again. No.
Sure we are.
Okay.
But okay, so everybody in Akira is waiting to level the city. You got these, and the people who are all in it religiously because they believe technology is bad. What does that mean? It means they're traditionalists, which means they see society as clown world. How does the military see Neo Tokyo? He sees it as clown world. The politicians see it as clown world, right? And then you got these biker gangs that are clowns.
Well, they all use different metaphors to describe it, but like.
But it's the same problem. This is the same problem that we're facing today that they're facing in the anime. That like society is falling apart and degeneracy is becoming a real problem.
And there's government corruption.
And the government has been leaking all this crazy shit. Like,
What they're
Which brings us to Epstein and the children.
yes.
because in Akira, the government is discovering and trying to leak the military programs to rile up the people so that they can enact martial law.
Did you catch all that? Can you say that just one more time? Because that was kind of confusing. Say that one more time, Andrew. You said it well, so say it well again.
So in Akira, the government corruption is they're basically trying to expose secret military projects
The government's trying to expose military projects
that are like black booked and stuff.
that are black book projects, secret.
Use that information to rile up the people so that they lose their shit.
Raid Area 51, basically.
Act crazy, Portland, you
Uh-huh.
know, and just fucking clown world it up like we saw in Boston. You know, they just want us to go all super ape shit, or at least in the anime, they wanted them to go all ape shit so they can enact martial law, so they could wipe them out. They wanted to subvert the military. It was like this really weird thing that like they were all trying to, like the government's trying to like do a weird power play by igniting the people. The military's just trying to cover up their secrets as best as they could.
And protect the city is what the character says.
Yeah, the guy in the city's like, this place fucking sucks. It's just a bunch of like hedonists and shit. But like, I have to defend the city. That's my duty, and that's like the idea.
Okay, so we got black programs that involve children, secret cells within the government. Those are all themes within Akira, and those are themes in the news now.
And we're about like midway through the year, like rounding off the midway through the year, and we're right around the midway through the movie. This is all what's happening, and then we find out who the politicians are, who are behind it, and they end up rather than freaking facing up to what they did, they like, you know, end up dying and killing themselves. They're all controlled by Big Pharma anyways, and that was, you know, depicted with why he's swallowing so many fucking pills as he dies.
He kills himself rather than, being apprehended.
Spoiler alert.
Dude, the movie is
That's supposed to go
so
before
many
spoiler.
years. Everyone knows that we just spoil shit on this
Lord.
show. It's great.
But look, so then that brings us to Epstein.
Yeah, so Epstein.
He was either found out, leaked by the government, if we're going off of Akira's prophecy, or found out by something leaked from within the old, somewhere in the ice caps. I'm not saying caps for any reason, but the ice caps be melting. Cappy, Isaac Cappy. Was it Isaac?
It's funny that you
I forget
bring
his
up.
name.
It's
Dude,
funny
that
that
was
you bring up
good
Isaac
chaos
Cappy. No, it's really funny that
No,
you
he
bring
just
up
chaos
Isaac
theoried
Cappy.
on us. That was great.
I don't know what he did, but he brought up Isaac Cappy, which is very interesting. Now, Isaac Cappy is like that third-rate celebrity that was in.
He was in Wolverine, I think.
Right? Okay, he was in Wolverine, I
And
think.
nobody, everybody I tell about this is like, wait a minute. Who?
Who's in Wolverine?
So-
Isaac Cappy.
Okay,
Isaac.
I'm so happy you brought this up, Rona.
You're welcome.
Okay, so thank you. So we got Isaac Cappy. Who is this guy? He's weird. He's got an afro. I don't even know if you could probably find his videos anymore on YouTube, but he basically comes out and he gets on his phone in selfie mode and he's sitting in Starbucks and he's like, look, I've been a part of this shadow government. I've been a part of this Illuminati, and he doesn't,
Nobody believes him
yeah, nobody believes him, of course, but he's like, look,
because his videos are on 4chan.
he's like, yeah, man, I was a part of this, and you know what? I don't want to be a part of it anymore, and I'm gonna help, leak the info and all this and that. And so here's Isaac Cappy, like just coming out, and wasn't he like naming names too?
I don't know if he was naming names. In the video I saw, he was basically I saw one of his later videos where he's like, look guys, I'm not suicidal, but I've made a couple enemies, and I just want everyone to know I'm okay, this, that, and the other. And then, what was it, like a week, 2 weeks later?
And he had 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, he's like, oh yeah, I just jumped off a bridge.
Now, here's the thing. Before he died, he was like, hey, guys, I'm so sorry. I totally betrayed you. You know what I mean? I sold you guys out. After he tried to defect from the quote-unquote Illuminati secret society that he was involved in,
Images popped up.
he sort of like bulked. He like buckled for a minute and like coalesced to the demands that were put on him by, his shadow brothers. And supposedly he doxed the people that he was leaking the information to. And shortly after he claimed to do that, a lot of sleuthers and quote-unquote freedom fighters were doxed and caught, basically. Some leakers were caught. So that lended... And then, he ends up being suicided, basically, Cappy. Now,
Get rid of him.
then he had a death switch
Should
video. He had a death switch video, which I saw was really creepy. After he died, there was this video that was released supposedly from, like one of those videos that gets released if you die. I don't know. And it was like all these like really young girls pouring water on like a fucking weird altar thing. It was wrong. You can just tell like looking at the video. There's like no windows in the room. There's like no parents. It's just like these young girls.
If
like,
you Google search hard enough, you can find them.
it was fucked up. Like, so of course the media didn't do jack shit with that. But a little while later, supposedly Tracy Twyman, who is a sleuther and a conspiracy theorist investigator person that was loosely associated with the Higher Side Chats, probably the most popular conspiracy podcast.
She makes one post about him. Gone. One post, my dude.
Yeah, she started
Gone.
she started looking into that stuff, specifically the whole solar observatory being shut down. I think that was about 1 year ago in September.
But yeah, she posts about it, and then she's gone. But then shortly after, those two start making these claims, and their material starts leaking onto the internet, we find out about
Epstein. Which is funny because for a little while now, David Wilcock and the whole UFO investigation scene has been like, listen, we've got sealed indictments on the whole network of evil pedophiles, which up until now was considered pretty much a conspiracy theory, and now it's not. It's the truth. Like, we know it.
Hollywood's fucking little girls. I said it.
Yeah.
And we know it. We all have known for a lot. John Cusack. Everyone keeps trying to say it, and then nobody's doing anything about it. And let's not forget, real quick, while all of this is happening, Raid Area 51 is a popular meme.
Yeah,
another
out of nowhere.
meme like Pepe or
Yep,
Clown.
or Clown
A
World.
popular meme, 2 million people are following, and now maybe Raid Area 51 doesn't mean Raid Area 51. Maybe it's a flag that, like, it's up, your time's up. The other side knows, and we're gonna get you. And then Epstein drops.
Right.
And it's a war between the people who are trying to, out them and the people who don't want to be outed. Look into the media. People are dropping left and right. You see the number of school shootings, crazy shit going down. And where was the most recent one? Utah? It was like up north.
I can't even keep up with it. But you know what? There were a whole bunch of NYPD officers and high-level officials that straight up killed themselves right before this whole Epstein thing went down. Obviously, I mean, like, we're a conspiracy podcast. It's because they're fucking in on it. Some of those cops, they had to have been. This guy was really corrupt. He was very powerful. Jeffrey Epstein was very powerful.
How the fuck did he even kill himself?
You know how he killed himself.
Well, what is it? Oh, supposedly like the guards that were on duty who
Look,
weren't.
dog, the camera broke for like.
No, he does like
5
a
minutes.
backflip off his fucking boat, just. What
Look,
did he do?
I don't even know how he got up there.
Did he do a gainer
He did it
on the
okay?
top bunk
He
in
did
a
a
cell?
360 no scope. Got a bullet in his chest. I don't know. Bullet? Did I say? I didn't say bullet. I just.
His neck was snapped. And
it's gotten so ridiculous. We all know, but nobody's. It's clowns. Everyone is acting like it's a joke.
Yeah, it's Clown World. It's a big joke.
why is it so why isn't it funny?
Like, it's gotten to the point where we, a conspiracy podcast, are talking about it because everyone else is saying it's a joke. People are disappearing for all the wrong reasons.
I wonder if Honkler's on VR chat yet.
If I find out Uganda Knuckles looped into all this, I'm going to be very sad.
No, you gotta know because no new way.
What do you got?
Okay, so that's one of the many things that's fishy about Jeffrey Epstein's quote-unquote death. Larry, and I'm saying his last name wrong, Larry Salona, Larry Salona.
Slum.
Apparently, I hope I'm not wrong about this, but he plays himself in Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, and Larry Salona is from the New York Post and was the first person to report Stanley Kubrick's death, JFK Jr.'s death, and Jeffrey Epstein's death, as well as the NYPD suicides. And this little meme I have right here is like, did you know Larry Salona is an anagram for Royal Lancer? And of course, the Duke of the Royal Lancers is Prince Andrew, who was one of the people that was immediately implicated in the indictment. Let me see. Let me look it up here.
But who cares, man? Raid Area 51. Woo!
Oh, distract yourself in some weird political war.
What was
There
crazy?
was a fight at Disneyland. Did you know?
Oh yeah, the black people fight in Disneyland.
Coming to, I don't know, somewhere near you probably, and to distract you from what's really going on.
I mean,
Well,
if I
okay.
had something to hide as the government, I'd totally spark off some.
Hey,
And then you've
since
got-
this podcast is not asserting any such thing,
We're all gonna disappear.
since this podcast is not asserting any
I
such
said
thing,
if I was the government, and I was trying
we
to
are
hide
bringing it
something.
up because the CEO of Overstock, who just stepped down, this is like 2 weeks ago or something, right? Patrick Byrne stepped down recently as the Overstock CEO. Now, go find the video of him talking on Fox News about it. He has a red hat on that says, "Make America Grateful Again," and it's a Grateful Dead hat. It's pretty funny. Anyway,
And when was this?
this is like a week or two ago, man.
Oh, okay.
By the time you hear this podcast, it could be 3 weeks.
I like how "Make America insert line again" is great. Like, it's a great meme. You know, you just make America whatever you want it to be.
It's been some things.
Look, Trump is a meme.
Okay,
We
so
elected a meme.
So,
Yeah,
so this
it's
Overstock,
internet.
the Overstock
Being
CEO.
president.
If that's not a shirt, when you guys get big, what did you just say?
It was age of the internet meme president.
No, but you said it better. You just said age internet meme president.
Yeah, age of the.
So, oh shit, where was I?
Oh, I apologize.
Oh no. Oh yeah. So anyway,
Luke will
No,
tell
it's
us
fine.
when he edits.
no, it's good. So Overstock CEO guy Patrick Byrne steps down like a week or two ago, and
Steps
he's like,
down.
he's like, I needed to step down. You know why? Because
We got dirt on him.
well, he basically said I got involved in one of these secret psyop program things unwittingly and unknowingly. And when I realized that I had helped do something bad, I realized that I couldn't be the CEO anymore of the company. I had to step down to protect my company from my bad decision. And he sort of like insinuated that he somehow felt guilty that he had something to do with mass shootings. So we'll say that and then drop it, okay? But go look it up for yourself. What this Overstock CEO Patrick Byrne said on Fox News. It's very interesting. So the longer version of his story is that back in the day, supposedly one of his friends was murdered, and the FBI came to him to help in the investigation. Hey Patrick, can you help us figure out who killed your friend? And he's like, yeah, I'll help you. Supposedly, some of the help that he offered led to the arrest of the person who murdered his friend. And so from that point on, he felt kind of loyal to the U.S. government or whatever suits or people were, in power. And he said that he was loyal and took a favor and did a favor for them. I mean to say, he did a favor for them, and sort of deduced by watching the news that what he had done had somehow affected the nation negatively, basically. He was speaking in very shadowy terms, but this guy has been running Overstock. It's his company. He started it. He's the CEO of it, and he's stepping down to protect his company because of conspiracy shit, basically. He wouldn't say what, but it was like, yeah.
But it's totally something.
It's totally something, dude. He's basically like, I want to live the rest of my life. He's basically saying I don't want to be suicided. So if he suddenly dies, we talked about it here first. Yeah, there was in the rumor mill, everyone was saying, "Oh, July 4th, there's going to be some amazing move by the Patriots, by the good guys. They're going to make a big show of it." And I believe it was July 2nd is when Epstein was arrested, and then there was that enormous earthquake. Remember that on the 4th of July?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get the one on the 4th. I got the one after.
On the 5th?
Yeah, that's that one I felt.
Okay.
The one on the 4th, I was kind of like knee deep in some mushrooms on my bed. I couldn't tell if what was going on.
Point being, in the rumor mill was like, oh, some shit's gonna go down, and then there was those big enormous earthquakes. Now, after the earthquakes happened, I made sure to just like Google like where the epicenter was, and it was in Ridgecrest, and I was like, well, where the hell is Ridgecrest? And so I just went on my Google Maps on my phone, typed in Ridgecrest. The phone went and went over. It looked like a military base, and when I looked closer at it, it ended up being the Navy Air Weapons Station at China Lake.
Whoa!
So apparently, if you read the Wikipedia, that's like where 60% of the Navy's money goes for research or something like that. It's a major, major, major weapons development and research facility. So clearly, the Pleiadians blew up a giant reptilian underground base, obviously.
Look, the mole men still owe the leprechauns
well, okay.
money. God damn it!
I'm just gonna say it. They blew up a reptilian underground base, and then Epstein was probably one of those reptilians, and it was all connected, man. That's what I'm saying, man. It's all connected.
What
David
if?
Icke style.
What if? Everything's connected, right? There are reptilians down there. There are Pleiadians, and maybe Epstein's real, a human.
Then the reptilians are
maybe
pissed at the
he's
aliens.
reptilian. I'm not gonna try to make assumptions here, but let's say maybe catching Epstein destroyed, or maybe it coincided with the destruction of a reptilian base. Maybe the reptilian base is a figment of our imaginations, or even maybe they exist on another dimensional plane, and their base being destroyed in that dimension caused a earthquake in ours.
I'm
a little more down for that.
Look, I don't want to get suicided, so I'm gonna make up some wild speculation right about now.
Okay.
Ugh, globalists.
How about I just put this right back on the track here? I need to get back there at some point.
I see you.
Okay.
So
I see you, enemy.
The
Enemy.
the images that were leaked by Isaac. Look, did anyone get a nice? Speaking of looking at Google Maps, did anyone get a nice little look at Epstein's Island?
Oh my god, that place is so creepy. Yeah, it could have totally been in that weird...
That weird sundial thing looked a lot like the sundial in the most recent occult movie that came out.
Oh, which one?
Midsummer.
Oh, it did. Yeah, it really did. And you know what's funny? That came out on July 3rd, and we were totally watching it that day.
And that's where he saw the sundial. And then one more time, that sundial comes up on his island. Oh, and did I mention that inside that mosque thing looks a little bit like what the images Cappy leaked were?
It does look a lot like what Cappy leaked. It definitely sort of seems like it speaks to whatever the hell is going on there.
Kids, I can't reach my bag.
Dude, they're obviously worshiping some Moloch on that island. We know. We can see that. They're fucking weird-ass harem.
Supposedly, that style of mosque is called a Hammon.
Yeah. So it's
Their
Hammon.
Their memes are showing.
Hey, let's talk about Epstein's wife's book review.
Fuck that bitch.
Oh, that's so weird.
She's all like, it's cool to be a fucking pawn for a government agency. It's totally cool.
Oh my god, when you showed me that, I was like, no, it's shopped. The whole thing's shopped.
Like 2 or 3 days after Jeffrey Epstein dies, there's like this article by the New York Post that's like, hey, one of our photographers was in Southern California and just happened to run into Jeffrey Epstein's longtime girlfriend and co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell.
And she's chilling at a table, reading a book with her dog.
Reading a book.
Couldn't be more American.
Eating a burger.
What a bitch.
Fucking cunt.
But yeah, no, you should pull up the book review. Some point.
I will.
Link in the description.
Okay, so I go on 4chan, and it seems possible that maybe someone who had a really old account changed their name to Ghislaine Maxwell and, hoaxed this whole thing, but it's still pretty cool. On 4chan, they're like, so what book was she reading? And the photographs are able to figure out that she was reading this book. It was something about CIA spooks or people that worked as agents for the CIA.
Wait.
Let me see if I can find the name.
Before you go too far, have you ever seen the movie The Spook Who Sat by the Door or Sat Next to the Door? If you haven't, look for it. This is one of those movies they don't want people watching. Like, you have to. I'm not gonna spoil this one because it's so pertinent. But I remember Scott totally fucking showed me this movie. And it was like one of those, this is one of those radicalizing movies. It's pretty dope.
Okay, so they were able to deduce that the book she was reading was The Book of Honor by Ted Gupp, The Secret Lives and Deaths of CIA Operatives. Okay? Now, that's the book Ghislaine Maxwell is reading at In-N-Out Burger like 2 or 3 days, supposedly, after Epstein's death. And then some 4chan users like, hey, I found this book review by a G. Maxwell on Amazon. And the guy's like, you're such a LARPing, whatever. And the guy's like, oh, I'm LARPing, am I? And he posts a link to Amazon.
Yeah.
He posts a link to Amazon, and I click the link, and it opens up Amazon on my phone, and it goes to this book review by G. Maxwell. And if you go look through G. Maxwell's review history, it's all these weird books about human trafficking and secret military love and just weird, like, it's definitely a theme of like clandestine secret love and underage sex and just weird shit like that. And so
5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars. So supposedly, and according to the screenshot, I found this. G. Maxwell wrote a review on August 15th, which is the same day that she was supposedly at In-N-Out Burger with reading the book. And she wrote this review on Amazon. It said this.
Also, in the photo, she's halfway done with the book. Either she's a fucking lightning speed reader, or...
Yeah. A good friend of mine died recently under very tragic circumstances. Some of us saw it coming for quite a while, but it was a huge shock when it finally happened. I picked up this book at the advice of a friend and absolutely couldn't put it down. I read it walking the dog, getting fast food, or even just lounging around the house. It helped me realize that my friend really believed in something, and that giving your life for the CIA, NSA, FBI, Mossad, or other agency is truly a higher calling and not something to mourn. A wholehearted recommendation. So
5 stars.
Now that I'm reading it out loud again, yeah, 5 stars. It sounds like
Even getting fast food. Look at me at freaking In-N-Out.
So I'm not saying that that she legit. It sounds like this was made up for some reason. Like, and it doesn't even sound like it was made up to deceive the public. It sounds like it was made up to deceive maybe investigators or a third party or something else, because I don't really understand the motivation for trying to say Ghislaine Maxwell is in California eating In-N-Out Burger when she could be somewhere else. Why
doing
does
anything.
Yeah, why does that matter
Mourning
to
the death of a close friend, maybe.
No, she doesn't fucking care.
And
She saw it coming.
And what's
She's
with the
in on
book
it.
review?
Yeah, that's what the book review says. Some of it saw it coming, but you know.
Is that a secret code that
A nod
somebody
and
is
a
supposed
wink?
to see? Yeah, nod and a wink to somebody like else, and we just caught it. You know, it does. I don't know the motivation. Basically, is my point. But
She's
it's
all like, I'm fucked if I squeal. I know it.
long story short. 4chan got into the New York Post servers and posted the other photos from the photo shoot, and it was clearly staged. And then like a day later, the media had caught on to it and was saying it was probably staged as well. So, and then that really makes you want to look into who Ghislaine Maxwell was. Well, apparently,
Who the fuck cares who Ghislaine Maxwell?
well, Ghislaine Maxwell's father was most likely a Mossad agent,
The Thought Plickens.
right? And then you have to ask yourself, well, maybe Jeffrey Epstein was involved in maybe he was part of a secret organization. Because if you look at the timeline of all that shit that happened to him and some of those questions that were asked of Bill, I think it was, I don't want to fuck this up. Basically, when Epstein got caught the first time, they let him off with a slap on his wrist. And supposedly it was because there were suspicions that he was an intelligence officer, right? Either for the CIA or the Mossad or the FBI or somebody. So there's reason to suggest, based on all this Ghislaine Maxwell crap and based on his past history and the fact that he wasn't persecuted the first time, he's probably an intelligence agent of some sort. And so then you're left with the whole revelation that's like, oh, okay, this is some government agent that has been given access to and operating a child porn ring in order to produce blackmail that will be effective at leveraging power in the world somehow, and it's in bed with these intelligence agencies. It's just crazy.
But who are these pedophiles that he's peddling these peder-ass fucking things to?
It went all the way up to Prince Andrew. It could have been anyone. So many people were in his little black book.
Well, obviously Clinton was involved. We all know that.
I love that painting he has.
Oh my God, the left is like, oh my God, it's Trump, and then the right's like, oh my God, it's Clinton, and it's,
Maybe Trump. I don't know.
I just want to say that
But
Clinton
we all
did
know,
nothing
like,
wrong.
we know for sure Clinton was involved.
Clinton did nothing wrong.
Maybe Trump's involved. I don't know.
I just want to plug real quick, because I am a magic school. Look at that shape right there. That just so happens to be the rune of joy.
The Naval Air Weapons Station, China Lake.
Yeah, it's in the shape of a P for Americans, the shape of a W for those of you who can read, Celtic runes. And that's a rune that also means light.
That hardly looks like a Wunjo. That looks more like a fucking whatever the
looks like a
Thor
Wunjo.
rune is.
That's a Wunjo.
It looks like a Wunjo.
It looks almost exactly like the Wunjo I have written in my book right here.
I see what angle you're looking at it.
It means
now that
light.
Luke actually drew it.
Yeah. But if you go to J in Wunjo, which is the only weird double-sided one, that brings you to the rune of the harvest, which is the rune of summer as well, which is also in all this shit.
It's summer.
Yeah, and then meaning, Woju meaning light. You said
Wunjo also means
Wunjo.
light.
Also
it's
means
the
light.
rune of Odin and Frigg. What's Frigg do?
Isn't that what Akira means? It meant light,
Yeah, Akira means
Clear.
light.
clear.
It's also represents a banner. So it's
A banner, yeah.
it's
It's the rune of joy, though.
and family. So it's about like the fucking the
Rune,
banner that
joy.
you're under.
Oh,
the family
shit.
That you're in.
Its correspondent to the tarot is the star.
Yep.
But it's also the rune of male. Oh, wait, no, that's...
Hey, we're not in tarot yet.
No, yeah, that's next episode. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's
Or
gonna
whenever we actually get around to it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm with the school. I can't get here all the time, but I'm glad I finally...
I like your
It's
little
always
book.
fun when you show up. It's
style
more
is-
fun to have you here.
Oh, it's always good to have somebody manage time.
We just suck at intros. Like, we didn't introduce ourselves. I didn't tell people about the Patreon. We didn't tell people who you were.
It's all good.
I talked to a fellow who listens to us in Australia, and he was like, "You guys are hectic, mate." I don't think he said mate, but that's how I made it
You
sound in
just
my head.
fucking lost that viewer.
Do you assume he was cracking open a Foster's and riding a kangaroo
Good.
while playing a didgeridoo?
Yeah,
Just
pretty
for
much.
you?
I don't know about just for me. He's doing it because he loves life, I think.
I will Venmo or PayPal this guy
I hope he's
$2 if he
drinking.
sends us a picture of him with a Foster's. I love
Yeah,
Foster's.
yeah. You know who you are. Send
yeah.
me a picture of you with the Fosters. That shit's. We'll make it into a T-shirt or something, man, or a hat.
And we'll say that age internet president meme. That's gonna be the shirt. Only viewers are gonna understand that shirt.
Internet age.
Only hardcore fans are gonna get that shirt.
Internet age.
What episode is this?
President meme.
What episode even is this? Number.
This is episode number
11 times 2, 20.
Conspiracy 2.
I think it's like 24 or 25 total. This is season 3, episode 2.
Probably
3
says
seasons?
it. Probably says it
You're
on
deep,
your.
dog.
They're
thing.
only 11. They're only 11 episodes long. The seasons.
That's animes. Anime seasons are 12, 11 episodes. You're doing good.
A good
job.
season
Thank you,
is 22 episodes, and everybody knows it. It's a real season.
So yeah, Alpha Beta. You send me a picture with a Foster's, or especially drinking a Foster's.
And Rona the Time Witch will
Oh,
Venmo you $2.
And
Or
Rona the
PayPal.
Time Witch
You
will
guys
Venmo
just
you
called out
$2.
one of our fans. That's fucked.
Get him involved. He seems like a great guy. Honestly, Australians are the shit. They like.
That's just his Instagram name.
Yeah. It's just, but honestly, like you said, he was from Australia, right? Nothing bad ever happens there. Everyone loves everyone.
Everything can kill you there.
Yeah. So why would the
Yeah.
humans try to kill each other when everything else is doing just that?
Well, it started off as a prison colony, right?
Exactly.
He was like,
The Queen put everyone there, and they're just like, well, I mean, fuck it.
Dude, how long has England had a queen? Like, it's been a long time since they ever had a fucking
And
king.
she can do anything the fuck she wants. Look,
well,
you
her son
realize-
certainly can.
You realize you can flip book her money and watch her age. That's the shit.
That's
I
real
love it.
power. That's power. She's
I
the
love
face
it.
of money.
Yeah.
Give it to Caesar. What is Caesar?
And her son's, you know,
They're all a bunch of creeps. We
Fucking
know
kids,
it.
right,
It doesn't
so.
even matter if they're on the up and up. Look at their teeth. Those guys are fucking creeps.
Oh man, you guys. Okay, look, listen.
And I'm an Anglophile.
You pick-
Those are a bunch of weird, inbred, creepy fucking dog people, dude.
You stop
Like-
that. They're great people.
They're like inbred dogs.
You
but
picked the
people.
one people I'm not gonna defend, man. I'm 4th of July all the way over here, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Do you realize when we chucked tea into the harbor, it was like a lot of tea? You know how tea was stored back then, right?
I heard it might
you
have been
know,
weed.
it wasn't tea that we threw into the fucking harbor.
It was bricks of
was
tea.
poop.
No, it was weed, because it was a tariff for sending out the fucking canvas that they were forced to grow. It was the Tea Party because they fucking threw a bunch of fucking hemp into the water.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was because they were sending hemp back for fucking canvas and rope.
Well, there was a
For the
lot of it
fucking
because it
British
was
Navy.
in bricks, the size of the bricks.
Yeah, it was fucking like they turned it into a giant weed tea. That's why it was called the Tea Party. That's the part of history they don't tell you.
There's a lot of history they don't tell you.
Yeah, it was fucking. They were growing weed back then. They were forced to. You had to, like,
Apologies of an economic hitman. Just look it up.
they had to take.
Well, they needed hemp, right?
Well, yeah.
So it
cannabis.
wasn't
It was
really-
called cannabis for canvas. You know, you make canvas out of cannabis.
Camarillo's growing a fuck ton of weed.
Good.
Well, cannabis. They're growing hemp. They
Making
turned
cannabis?
that entire field into hemp.
They should make houses out of it.
That'd be rad.
Houses. Yeah. They
Hemp
can make-
houses?
They can do anything with that shit. They can make polymers, make plastic fucking hemp houses.
Allow me to apply the train back to the tracks. What were we talking about? What do you got, Luke?
Well, we've discussed all these leaks.
Pepe.
We've discussed Pepe. We've just discussed Clown World. I take it back. We haven't discussed all the leaks. Let me just rattle some off real quick. Earlier in the year, Russell Targ released his documentary about Third Eye Spies, which is about the human ability to use remote viewing, and it detailed how he worked with the Stanford Research Institute and the CIA to develop remote viewing techniques. You know, all that info is out in the open now. There's declassified CIA documents. You can go check out our remote viewing episode, and in the description you'll find the links. So, like, that came out. That was a big thing this year. And then we had Bob Lazar got on Joe Rogan and started talking about his UFO stuff. And it's funny because we've seen Bob Lazar since the early 90s, but, you know, the thing is
Does anybody notice how his name sounds an awful lot like lizard? Like
sounds
he
like
might-
laser.
You can't
He's a laser lizard.
pay
Yeah,
lizard people with leprechaun gold. It disappears.
Okay, but like here's
I like
the thing: is that like
Our grays.
he might be one of those like crossbred reptilian folk, like that one UFO guy you like.
Oh, Stephen Greer.
Yeah, Stephen Greer. That guy's totally a reptilian fucking in a skin.
Honestly,
He looks like a snake person.
He
He looks like a Conan fucking snake person,
that's
dude.
the same race that Epstein was, you know? Like weird reptile shapeshifter, man.
Well, it's like they're either like the V humanoid-looking reptiles who wear like a skin layer, or straight up they can like
They
Or
just
maybe they're
shapeshift.
the aliens, and
They
just
have
look like
they
us.
have scales, but they have this field that anytime a human looks at them, they just perceive it as skin.
Okay, so they're not like Mystique where their
But they gotta
scales like
drink water.
flip around.
They gotta drink water.
No, that's just in our perception.
Looking
Like,
at you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Well,
Drink
like
up, buddy.
what is Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg is a Mark II synth.
What the
He's
fuck
not
is
even
that?
convincing. It's creepy.
I feel like he was
used
human
to be
once.
human. Yo, he said.
Exactly.
He's-
He was
he's-
human.
Yeah, he used to be
Like the
human
internet destroyed him.
All right. Have you ever seen Grandma's Boy? You remember the weird dorky guy from Grandma's Boy?
Does he
Any
just-
of the listeners?
Does he just have to mainline
No,
just
no.
ketamine every
Okay.
hour, and that's why he looks that way?
Oh, dude, that's funny.
The Wolf of Wall Street was a
Anyway,
great
so
movie.
the guy in the weird guy who created the first iteration of the video game was like, he's like, I'm gonna get fucking robot legs, you know? It's like the same mentality.
Mechanical legs.
Yeah, just like the same fucking mentality, just taken to a whole nother fucking level because he had all this fucking Facebook money. So not only did he like replace his legs with robot legs, because you can't stop there. It's like getting a tattoo or a piercing, Luke.
Tommy something.
You know, once you get one, you gotta keep going and just like eventually get addicted to it. So he just replaced himself with fucking robots. He like just like downloaded his brain onto like a fucking shitty hard drive and then fucking like uploaded his fucking robot and shot himself.
Apply the brakes.
Yeah, dude. He's no longer alive. He's just like a robot. He is.
How long have we been recording?
He's the ghost in the shell.
My point is that Bob Lazar says that we have 9. Count them 9. One of them's got a big fucking hole in it, apparently. But there's 9 UFOs, some of which were found in the ancient rock layers or stuff or whatever.
That's
There's
why they're melting the ice caps. They
They'll-
want to get
Wait,
the UFOs.
so, like,
yeah,
we
they
ju-
want to get the mothership out.
So wait, we just picked up a bunch of like just crashed UFOs that like derelict
Look, he doesn't.
scattered on our planet. Like we're not allowed to know that like we're one of many fucking life-living planets.
Yeah, we're not allowed to know.
That would, quote,
Why-
jeopardize public safety.
How would
End
it
quote.
jeopardize public safety?
I don't know. How
That would
does
just
jet
make-
fuel melt steel beams?
Dude, that would happen and everyone would
we're
be
getting
like,
to that.
Space Force. America would vote in the Space Force and then everyone would be like,
You heard Trump. Look, we need Space Force.
well, like, that's the thing is like, okay, if there was literally a Space Force, every goddamn man, woman, and child would be going back to fucking school to learn all the necessary skills to be part of Space Force.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying I would.
You'd be the first fucker up. I know it. The chance to fly a plane in space, Luke.
No, there's some elite fuckers
Dude.
out there who already have that shit covered.
if they'd be, yeah, probably Andrew. But you know, if they were like, listen, we know you're a stoner.
Again,
As long as you stop smoking now, we'll give you a fucking spaceship and some lasers, and you have to go out there and mine some asteroids or whatever. And it's like, we'll pay you $100,000 a year. I'd be like, I'm done with weed. Goodbye.
yeah, you just
fucking-
need to learn how to astrogate. And, like, here's this crazy new propellant thanks to fucking SpaceX's new fucking
Oh my god,
developments.
dude. If I was, I'd be space taxi.
Well, like, eventually, like, what we need is, like, different aerospace companies that make, like, fully capable parts for, like, rocket engines
but
and
before
shit.
all of that, we need to come together and realize that we're all human. We hate each other too much. You
Well-
realize we're going to be aiming that shit at each other before we aim it at any aliens who may come to fight us?
We've already done that, though. That's the thing, is it started with fucking
The Nazis.
gassing a bunch of Jews and
there
then,
it is.
like,
I knew you were...
trying to fucking, like,
Look,
lob
they found the
projectiles
bell,
at each other.
and then they realized it wasn't a bell, it was a spaceship, and now it's gone. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think they found the Nazi bell or they built it? Well, I was asking you, Rona.
I don't know.
I don't know. I heard, you know,
Because I heard they made that shit.
My
Like,
friend
that's
Scott-
them trying to make it.
my friend Scott said they found stuff, and when they found it, they were like, nope, and they just sealed it up.
That's what's... Oh,
That
God,
doesn't
where's
sound-
that?
These are the same crazy fucks that like detonated the first atomic bomb when they didn't even know if it would ignite the ionosphere and destroy the entire Earth. Those crazy fucks, whatever they found, were like, nope, too dangerous.
So
Where's
like,
that place with the doors that like nobody's opened in a million years? That's what's in there. I'm calling it right now. If I live to see the day that those doors get opened, I'm calling it.
which doors that no one's
That's what I'm
opened?
trying to figure. So there's a place somewhere in a foreign country that I don't know because America
Well, that
doesn't
really
get to learn
helps.
about that stuff.
Dude, you gotta
Literally
learn this
look
stuff.
it up on the internet. We've got the internet.
What?
The doors,
doors that
that
have-
somewhere
that
on the
haven't
world
been
that's
opened
not
in a million
America.
years.
It's not the United States.
They've
of
never been
America.
open. There you go. A million people have looked it up. The internet is good for things, people. You don't have to look up just porn.
Are these in Antarctica or is this the one in? Is this? It looks like it's in India. It's anyway.
I have to plug learning stuff. I'm a school teacher.
So we're
Oh,
at the, we're at
make sure to turn the sound off because you can't use that
Yeah,
sound otherwise they'll.
Sorry, wow, so amazed on YouTube. We're just
Good
telling
catch,
you
Andrew.
we're looking at your video.
Yeah, don't be a.
Okay, so there are some doors in some
India.
places, India,
India.
that have never been opened.
In
Nobody's
India?
allowed to open them ever, at all, ever.
Dude, Babaji goes in and out of there all the time, man.
He just walks in and out like, with his fucking ancient Hindu dab rig for Soma.
He's like, I opened the door. Prick, opens it right.
No,
the
no,
fuck
I
up.
do not open the door. There is no door as I pass through. There is a jar.
Yeah, those, look at those motherfuckers.
It's got like twin dragons on it.
You cannot, like, that's some Fifth Element shit.
That's the bomb. Let's get in there, man.
fuck?
It's just a laptop in there.
How about we do a raid those doors thing? I want to know what's in there. Fuck the government.
Yeah, so there's doors in China and India. Okay. So like,
Sri Padma Blada Sawa Miami.
All right, so for the end of the episode, you're going to get to listen to us watch a video that you're not even going to get to hear.
and we're not even gonna get to hear it because we can't hear it.
Nope.
I'm not allowed to.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, dude. This is a
This is
lame
the world we
ending.
live in.
Why are
This
we?
is the world we live in.
Why are we ending?
Wow, so Maisie would probably come and like 360 no scope dunk us. Oh wait, hold on.
The
other thing that collapsed that nobody talked about, even though they were simulating events of it happening at that very same moment.
Tower 7.
Tower 7.
That does not merit a destruction of a tower.
This report came out yesterday from the day we're recording, so September 3rd, and it was a university study that concluded there is no way in hell Building 7 collapsed due to fire or due to a structure fire. It could not have happened.
It was demolished from the inside by explosives by professionals.
Look at it go!
Look at it go!
So basically,
I don't know why, but that looks so cool. Like the big clouds of smoke tearing through the city. That looks menacing and scary and like.
because if you freeze framed it, it'd be a bunch of demon faces.
Oh
Good
yeah,
Lord.
I remember seeing that there was like this big old demon face, like holding its chin and grinning, coming out of the Twin Towers. That one looked cool.
That was shocked.
Nah, this was before that.
So it was the
Before
university.
Photoshop?
It was
It was in the freaking paper. It was like on the front page.
So just yesterday, architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth released a whole report from the University of Alaska Fairbanks that basically says, yeah, the official story is BS. And now this is
But
recent.
nobody's talking about it. It's not on the media. Nobody cares.
It's not in the media, but you know what? It is being seen by a criminal grand jury right now. And if you go on 9/11, if you go on AE911truth.org, you can see that they're actually having a lot of success proving that there was criminal activity on that day to a criminal grand jury, and they are releasing stuff.
They have sealed indictments, dude.
It's
David
happening.
Wilcock told
Just
you.
stay alive. Stay alive,
Yeah.
and we'll get to see all the people who have been fucking us over
Yep.
get their up and comings. The problem is,
Yep.
all those people literally run so we're gonna have to figure out how to keep the power on. But
Yeah, so we got a bunch of clowns running around that are trying to cause chaos. We got a bunch of religious, traditional, ideological people that are nuts and want to like destroy civilization, and you know, honestly, probably the military and the government and all these secret organizations are just itching for the chaos to pop off, and you know, they want to memory hole all this stuff, but you know what? Let's not let it happen. Let's keep the conversation going. And that's what we can do here at The Whole Rabbit, is keep the conversation going. It's happening, people. It's happening 2019. It's happening 2020. I want to know if the reptilians are real, don't you?
Dude, Politics 2020, we're just going to see it for what it is.
politics, I mean, you should have known from the start. Poly, many, ticks, blood-sucking I mean, what the fuck? How much more obvious could it have been?
I hope you choke. I remember back when Maynard used to like really, really care.
Are you on about the?
I'm sorry. We won't go there.
Mutual album.
I
like.
I really liked Tempest. It's a really great song.
Fight Club would fix all of this.
I thought Force Awakens was okay.
Okay, that's my cue.
Okay.
But that Last Jedi was bullshit.
Well, let me tell you, buddy.
Luke has a prediction.
I am as pissed off as Rocco in the new special.
Those are new.
I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted, and it's not exactly what I wanted, so I'm mad about it.
Is Rocco's Modern Life back?
Yeah, there's a special on Netflix, Rocco's Modern Life. You should, if you were a '90s kid, like some of us are over here.
No, because now we get it. Because now we're living it.
It's funny.
But he had a house.
He still has a house. It's just orbiting around the Earth. It's funny, in the beginning they have it's actually very accurate space physics. They're like, hey, we're going around the Earth again. I was like, that's actually that's what would happen.
Yeah.
If they were in orbit, they would be they're in a really elliptical orbit,
Yeah.
I just thought that was clever. And then Heifer pops out the bathroom and he gets done singing his, a million bottles or whatever on the wall. He gets done singing that one song, and then he switches songs, right? And he pops out of the bathroom singing, "She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes." I just looked at the girl next to me. I was like, "Did you just hear what Heifer just fucking said?"
Yeah.
It's great. Just go watch it. So, yeah, it's happening 2019. Get your Netflix in now before the complete fucking collapse of society.
Yeah, go see the new Dave Chappelle special. We're not gonna ruin any of his jokes.
Are we just gonna keep plugging Netflix?
Yeah, we're plugging Netflix. They should pay us.
Get their money.
So we can get our anime up there.
Lord Almighty.
Oh yeah,
fuck.
now we're just fucking.
Oh,
Let's
my
just
God.
fuck off. We kind of lost the train. We lost the tracks.
That's what happens. You have a good conversation, and then it ends. That's all a podcast is.
It's happening.
It is.
All right,
Open your
everybody.
eyes, people.
Eat carrots, shoot lasers.